The Roman Empire's darkest battles that changed history forever. The Roman Empire stands as one of the most influential civilizations in human history, renowned for its monumental achievements in law, architecture, engineering, and culture. However, its rise to dominance was not without cost. The empire's history is marked by dark and brutal battles that tested its strength, reshaped its destiny, and ultimately altered the course of Western civilization. These battles were not merely about territorial conquest. They were about survival, power, and the fate of empires. In this article, we'll delve deeper into three of the Roman Empire's darkest battles, exploring their causes, their devastating consequences, and their lasting impact on history. 1. The Battle of Cannae, 216 BCE. The context. The Battle of Cannae was a pivotal moment in the Second Punic War, a conflict between Rome and Carthage that spanned nearly 2 decades. The Carthaginian general Hannibal Barca had already achieved stunning victories against Rome, including the famous crossing of the Alps with his army and war elephants. By 216 BCE, Hannibal had marched deep into Italy, threatening the heart of the Roman Republic. The battle at Cannae in southeastern Italy, Hannibal faced a massive Roman army led by consuls Lucius Aemilius Paulus and Gaius Terentius Varro. Despite being outnumbered, Hannibal employed a brilliant tactical maneuver known as the double envelopment. He lured the Roman forces into a trap, surrounding them on all sides. The result was catastrophic. Over 70,000 Roman soldiers were killed in a single day, making it one of the bloodiest battles in ancient history. The Roman army was decimated, and the survivors were left in shock and despair. The impact. Cannae was a humiliating defeat for Rome, but it also revealed the resilience of the Republic. Rather than surrendering, Rome adopted a strategy of attrition, avoiding direct confrontations with Hannibal while gradually reclaiming lost territory. The battle cemented Hannibal's reputation as one of history's greatest military commanders, though his inability to capitalize on the victory ultimately led to Carthage's defeat. Cannae remains a textbook example of tactical brilliance and a stark reminder of the cost of overconfidence. 2. The Battle of Teutoberg Forest, 9 CE. The context. By the early 1st century CE, the Roman Empire under Emperor Augustus had expanded its borders deep into Germania. The Roman general Publius Quinctilius Varus was tasked with administering the region and integrating it into the empire. However, Varus underestimated the resentment of the Germanic tribes, who were unwilling to submit to Roman rule. The battle. In 9 CE, Varus led 3 Roman legions, approximately 20,000 soldiers, into the dense and unfamiliar terrain of the Teutoberg Forest. Unbeknownst to him, Arminius, a Germanic chieftain and former Roman ally, had orchestrated a devastating ambush. Over the course of 3 days, the Germanic tribes attacked the Roman forces relentlessly, using the forest to their advantage. The Romans, unable to form their traditional battle formations, were slaughtered. Varus himself committed suicide to avoid capture, and the few survivors were either enslaved or sacrificed. The impact. The defeat at Teutoberg Forest was a catastrophic blow to Roman pride and expansionist ambitions. Emperor Augustus was said to have cried out, "Varus, give me back my legions." The battle marked the end of Rome's attempts to conquer Germania, establishing the Rhine River as the empire's northern boundary. It also symbolized the limits of Roman power and the resilience of the Germanic tribes. The battle's legacy endures in German folklore, where Arminius, or Hermann, is celebrated as a national hero. 3. The Battle of Adrianople, 378 CE. The context. By the late 4th century CE, the Roman Empire was a shadow of its former self. Internal strife, economic decline, and external pressures from barbarian invasions had weakened the once mighty empire. The Goths, fleeing the advancing Huns, sought refuge within Roman territory. However, mistreatment by Roman officials led to widespread discontent and rebellion. The battle. In 378 CE, the Eastern Roman Emperor Valens faced the Gothic forces near the town of Adrianople, modern-day Edirne, Turkey. Despite being outnumbered, Valens chose to engage the Goths without waiting for reinforcements from the Western Roman Empire. The battle was a disaster. The Roman infantry was overwhelmed by the Gothic cavalry, and Valens himself was killed. Over 15,000 Roman soldiers perished, and the empire's military strength was severely diminished. The impact. The Battle of Adrianople marked a turning point in Roman history. It exposed the empire's inability to defend its borders and signaled the beginning of the end for the Western Roman Empire. The Goths, emboldened by their victory, continued to raid Roman territory, eventually sacking Rome itself in 410 CE. Adrianople is often seen as the prelude to the fall of the Western Roman Empire in 476 CE, an event that ushered in the Dark Ages in Europe. Why these battles matter? These battles were more than just military defeats. They were turning points that reshaped the Roman Empire and, by extension, the world. They highlight the fragility of even the mightiest empires and the consequences of overreach, betrayal, and internal decay. Cannae demonstrated the importance of adaptability and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. Teutoberg Forest revealed the limits of imperial expansion and the power of determined resistance. Adrianople marked the beginning of the end for the Western Roman Empire, paving the way for the rise of medieval Europe. These battles remind us that history is shaped not only by victories but also by defeats, and that even the greatest empires are not invincible. Words to create 30-minute video visuals. Here are descriptive prompts to guide an AI art generator in creating visuals for a 30-minute video. The Battle of Cannae, a vast battlefield under a blazing sun, with Roman legions surrounded by Carthaginian forces. Dust and chaos fill the air, with fallen soldiers and broken shields littering the ground. Hannibal watches from a hill, his expression calm and calculating. The Battle of Teutoberg Forest, a dense, dark forest with rain pouring down. Roman soldiers struggle through the mud, their formations breaking as Germanic warriors emerge from the trees. Arminius stands atop a rock, his face painted for war as the Romans are overwhelmed. The Battle of Adrianople, a chaotic battlefield at dusk, with Gothic cavalry charging through Roman lines. The Roman soldiers are disorganized and retreating, their banners torn and trampled. Emperor Valens lies fallen, his armor stained with blood. The aftermath of Cannae, a desolate battlefield at sunset, with crows circling above the bodies of Roman soldiers. The Carthaginian army marches away, their victory bittersweet. The scene is haunting and somber. The aftermath of Teutoberg Forest. The Teutoberg Forest, now silent and eerie. Roman helmets and shields are scattered among the trees, and the remnants of the legions lie forgotten. The scene symbolizes the end of Roman expansion into Germania. The aftermath of Adrianople, a burning Roman camp with Gothic warriors celebrating their victory. The Roman eagle standard lies broken in the dirt, and the empire's decline is palpable. The scene is dark and foreboding.